if they switch on the video, no, it will be, network issues will be there. So that's why we are planning to record this and deliver this particular recordings for all the students on YouTube.
Okay, sure. That's good.
So till the time, do you have your previous photograph or current? I can see you.
Oh my
goodness. I have seen that, it's in Facebook.
Please visit my Facebook. You will get lots of that.
So what inspired you to become so, elegant?
Thank you. I am taking it as an honor. Yep. Yes. Staying healthy is the key thing in our life. If you are not healthy, you will not be able to achieve anything in your life. Frankly speaking, your health is your real wealth. Yes, there will be ups and downs. There will be some problems. I mean, illnesses will come, sickness will come, infections will happen. But at the end of the day, staying healthy, becoming lean, and running from one corner to another, for that, your energy level must be high. So healthy lifestyle is always a must for everyone. That is what I think. And that inspired me. So telling my introduction, I am Sanhita Karmakar, as you can see my name. But at the same time, I am creative, courageous, a bit strategic thinker, design thinker with some operational excellence. I am having around 1.5 decade of IT experiences as an employee. At the same time, I speak for women empowerment, gender equality, and gender indiscriminate studies. I am currently volunteering one of the NGO which is nurturing and building the future of our future citizens, that is our children mainly. And also I am advising IT startup. I was advising, rather the tenure has come to an end soon. Recently it has come to an end. And I am still now a student. I am doing my doctorate in business administration in techpreneurship. And above all, I am a mom. I am a single mom. So every time I juggle everything at once. You cannot plan accordingly. You can strategize. You have to manage your energy according to the time. So that is my driving point to becoming healthy and stay healthy.
Wonderful, ma'am. Good to know your story, and it is really inspiring.
Thank you. So should we start?
Yes, ma'am. Give me a minute. Let me check for the... Ramani sir, are you online?
So basically, you're from, ma'am? You're from?
I'm based out of Kolkata.
You know Hindi?
Yes, I can speak in Hindi, Bengali, English, a little bit of Marathi, because I used to stay in Pune.
Okay.
And I'm currently learning French.
And what about Tamil? You understand it or you can speak it?
A bit. I'm a learner.
Okay, good.
I like to learn new languages every time.
In the meanwhile, we can go for a short kind of a Q&A before we start. It's something like prequel and sequel session is going on, something like that. What do you think about startups and how efficient Indian startups compared to US, UK, Australia, because one of your posts clearly states that you have a very vast knowledge about investment pitching, Shark Tank. Because a lot of people don't know what Shark Tank is, what Dragon's Den is, whereas now in India it's emerging. I just want to have a quick word from you about startups, emerging startups from India, how we can compete in raising funds, or how we can patent our ideas. I just want to know a quick insight from you before we start.
Sure, it is there in my presentation also, but yes, I'm giving a brief overview. Recently, I came across an article where it is stating, when in the Silicon Valley, a startup is going for the investment, asking for the investment, it is getting asked, first investment obviously from your nears and dears one. So they ask generally, what are you going to start up? But in India, why are you going for startup? You should go for IAS, IPS, etc., etc., etc. You should go for a job and all. The first and foremost thing, what we need, that we should listen to the young minds, that, okay, what is their ideas? Nurture them. And also, from the beginning, I believe that the cash flow documents I started reading, when I started reading cash flow documents, I found that yes, I am quite known to this pattern, because I have learned it from my mom. So my mom is a purely home architect. She is a homemaker. I call her home architect. Then how come she knows about cash flows? Every month there is a fixed amount given to her, and she is managing the entire house. So there is a received amount, and there is an expenditure, and there is a balance amount, and that is the cash flow, nothing else. So it is exactly, you are building the basics of the financial documents, everything for an organization as well. So that is also holding the core of startups. So there, we really need to reframe our parentings. We really need to reframe our teachings also at the same time, to boost the startup in India. Generally, in US or in foreign countries, in Europe and in US, 70 to 80% startups are successful. Whereas in India, the number is coming down drastically. Right now, it is raising its bar, but still, why not? It is competing to 70% and 80%, because of those, our overprotective nature. So we should go beyond and above to nurture those young minds. Recently in Shark Tank, I found there is a vast age criteria. I mean, I found that the youngest entrepreneur went there around 12. They are around 22, 23 years old. And there are entrepreneurs who are around 70, 80 years old, 70 years old as well. So there is no age bar for an entrepreneur. The main thing is your mindset.
Great. And I have another question, because while I was having some conversation with Mr. Felix and Mr. Ari Brushan, the persons from outside India, whereas we talk about MIT, IIT, these top-notch colleges, the so-called colleges in India as well as outside India, whereas all kind of this techie and non-technical startups are emerging. Let's talk about Ola. It's almost a billion-dollar company or $1 million company. Similar to that, like those kind of top certain few colleges in India, that too especially north side of India, as well as outside of India, we talk about Stanford, Seed, or else we talk about MIT, Massachusetts, or else University of Pennsylvania. These kind of universities get a lot of investments for the startups. So whereas while I was doing some research, I came to know that they have some good contacts, and their network is that much of linked, as effective as it is. and you know personally about the Shark Tanks in India, whereas it was earlier. They have a lot of shows outside India, Australia, and in UK. They're doing regular shows, and they are doing a lot of many many peoples. Deborah Meaden, these kind of Tuleka Solomon, these kind of investors will come in and sit and work on. How come? How do you see this difference? Compared to Indian-based fundraising kind of a thing, as well as overseas-based fundraising kind of a thing. What is your opinion?
Before answering your question, I would like to ask one question, counter question. How many of us we know that there is government grant available for many of the startups?
Yes.
Everyone, I think here everyone had seen the episode of Jugadu Kamlesh, an agri startup, agri tech. So what he does not have a traditional degree, traditional certificate in his hands, but he is doing incredible job by supporting the farmers because he is from a farmer family. He knows the basic problems of that, but there is no one to push him for the grants. The Lenskart founder Piyush Sir had first extended his hands towards him. So when no one was believing him, everyone was putting his hands up. Yes, at the end of the day, money is the driving force. But there is something called boosting also. We don't know this agritech will become a unicorn within 5 years, 10 years down the line. It is an eco-friendly product, so it will become a revolution for us. So all those things that is a mixed feeling, and that is what is resulting. Some of the Shark Tank India is started in 2021, end of 2021, last quarter of 2021. It is almost 2022. But Shark Tank US is there for since last 5-6 years. And Shark Tank Australia is also for a longer time. Why are we not believing it? Why are we not investing it? There is a belief in India that, okay, business is not for everyone. Business is not for middle class family. Business is not for lower middle class family. Why? Yes, we are all risk takers. We cannot only rely on employment. Okay, employments are there, but who will create that employment? If Narayan Murthy didn't bring Infosys up in 1980s, will it be a big employment impact in India? He is one of the revolutionary entrepreneurs. Sometimes we have a fear of failure. Yes, don't take it as a failure. It's a learning. The investors are investing to get back the money, but at the same time, they also have the fear of failure. But they have overcome it. That's why they are sharks. I hope I am able to answer your question.
Yes, exactly. Actually, after a long time, I guess, no, I'm meeting an Indian because a lot of people, here in South, a lot of people are struggling for communication skill, whereas they have strong ideas, business values, etiquettes in southern part of Tamil Nadu. Whereas Preeti, she's from Delhi. She's my partner, and she knows the value of that particular North zone kind of an impact, something like the culture as well as the startup values and all kind of things. Right now, we are forming a tag to connect all these things. Being an Indian, about the the mass of education systems revolving around. We have thousands and thousands of colleges, universities, whereas as you perfectly said, yeah, do government is funding for startups. Let's talk about MSME, and as well as other than MSMEs, a lot of government sub bodies and private bodies are funding. Recently in Dubai 2020 Expo, our government, Indian government, has displayed an international investment caravan, whereas Indians can go there and pitch in that particular caravan. Whether the project or the product is viable, they'll be taking the equities. Like I just want your 20% of the equity. I'll be investing some $500,000 or $200,000, something like that. So here we go. That's why we are planning to organize these kind of events. Take right mentors like you, like Mrs. Caroline, like Mr. Felix. So that's why we are organizing a bigger body to inspire millions, like many people. So it's like a one-stop solution. Whereas we have an industry expert, internationally. I'm talking about global. Like you name it, we have it kind of thing. Like we know the value of Middle East kind of segments and sectors of startups, and we know the value of US, UK. So we are trying to connect that particular thing and deliver to an educational organization. That's what we are doing. Whereas it's easy. So everything needs, we can provide. Let's talk about IT, you people are there. Let's talk about startup mentorships, you people are there. Let's talk about environmental safety or workplace violence. This workplace violence here in India, especially in Tamilnadu, nobody knows. They don't know there is a segment called workplace violence, and there is a security systems called workplace violence, and also for women as well, both. Nobody knows. Some certain technicalities are there. So that's why we are planning to make these kind of programs to reach more schools, colleges, and universities. Slowly, yeah, South India is coming up. It's like a good thing globally. So that's why we are connecting all the experienced and young minds together. Thank you for being here, and once again, I'm very thankful. We are thankful for having you.
I'm grateful and I'm honored that I am connecting with the young minds through you guys. I'm always in a learning phase, even if I am in any forum, I always try to learn.
Online sessions.
Okay. So today I was thinking to talk about startups and entrepreneurship, and yes, you have already started it. You began it. By the way, first, there is a small question. Is everyone able to chat here quickly if I am asking some question? Okay. So what do you think when the startup concept began in India? The first manufacturing startup in India. Quickly. Try. Don't think that it might be wrong. I don't know. It's a complete startup in India, manufacturing startup. It's a chemical manufacturer, started from Eastern India, a modern India startup. Please, I can understand there are lots of young minds there. Don't Google it, just try. Oh, no one is trying. Let me give you a hint. Did you know Acharya Prafulla Chandra Ray? Bengal Chemical and Pharmaceuticals. That was I think, if I'm not wrong, yes, it is yes, it was founded on 12th of April 1901. Let me share my screen quickly in that case. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, ma'am, visible.
Okay. So I mentioned here two things. First bank in India and first startup in India. First bank in India is Bank of Calcutta. It has started its operation sometimes in April 1806. Yes, it was collaborated with British government, but it is still now alive, merging with Bank of Madras, Bank of Bombay. All the presidencies came together, and then it has been merged to Imperial Bank of India, and then it has been merged to State Bank of India. So just think, it is sustaining more than 200 years right now. First startup in modern India is Bengal Chemical, which was owned by Acharya Prafulla Chandra Ray, and then it has been taken care by Government of India. So why I am mentioning those two things? Though first one was supported by British government, second one was not supported by British government. There was lots and lots of blockers, obstacles they have come across during that period. And right now, this Bengal Chemicals and Pharmaceuticals is taken care by the government of India itself. It's a huge one. It has an extensive support of chemicals and petrochemicals, and not petrochemicals, sorry, pharmaceuticals. So startups, the concept of startups, this is from modern India. But if we are looking into the ancient Indians, it is there. Startup is a new word. At the end of the day, it is doing business in any form. It might be you are giving us services. It might be you are giving some new innovation like altar helmets. It is making AI utilized to fetch the aid for the accident spot. Have you seen that episode of altar helmets in Shark Tank? If not, try to look into it in the YouTube itself. There are lots of things like that. Recently, I found that Express Bees had become the unicorn in India. What does Express Bees do? It is just a courier service. It makes our life easier. That is its purpose. So for the startup, you don't need to think big. You have to think within yourself. The problems are there surrounding you every day, every now and then. You are facing some issues. How does Ola come across? How does Redbus come across? So the biggest asset is within yourself. And I was reading a book yesterday itself. It is saying startups are not always unicorns. Entrepreneurs are not always big. There is a new chain of chaiwala, MBA chaiwala. Everyone has come across his stories actually. Why are we keeping a taboo? Oh, I have done masters. I cannot sell the tea. At the end of the day, you are earning money in an honest way. You are giving your strength. That guy is good at making tea. So he is selling tea. And at the end of the day, he is making money. That is the driving force. It is the sustainability. So your strength is within you. You have to find out what are you good at. What are you loving to do? In which movie I forgot it, I think, is it Tare Zameen Par or Three Idiots? Most probably Three Idiots. Amir Khan had kept one dialogue that agar लता मंगेशकर को बैट्समैन बनाया दिया जाता तो लता मंगेशकर नहीं रहता. Some kind of thing like this. So that is, she is passionate for singing. So if her father comes to her and came to her and say, no, you don't need to sing. You do something else. You better get married and do your household chores. Not possible. The passion is the driving force in you. You have to be a go-getter. You have to make it done. Work hard, make it done. That is the passion will drive for you. Money-making abilities. Your strength is there, your passion is there. Is it giving you your money back? whatever you are investing, always investment is not the money. It is your time as well, because time is the biggest valuation. Time is holding the biggest valuation, correct? So that is also what you are getting back. You are investing your valuable time to you, to anything. What are you getting back? And your purpose. Like for Redbus, that day that guy started searching around thousands of bus contractors and agencies. He needed to go move from Bangalore to Chennai during during Diwali, but sorry, not Bangalore to Chennai, Bangalore to Hyderabad during Diwali. He wanted to spend time with his family, but not he was not able to do it. Then the red bus concept came up. Ola, Uber, they don't own any cars, but they are the largest car chain. They are car providers, service providers. Oyo, does that guy have a huge certificate or huge degree? No, he has applied his presence of mind. He had applied his presence of mind, and we got Oyo, a pocket-friendly hotel chains. Those are big folks. I have come across few very basic levels startups as well, who provides our PGs, who provides our tech supports, and even I myself is from a mid-level company, which was a startup 27 years ago in global front, and right now it is a startup in India. It has started its operations 6 years ago in India. What are the key factors for? Yes, Karan? Karan is having some question. Okay, so before moving to the key factors, anything from the panel, from the entire audience, anything you need to ask, you want to ask?
I think, Mr. Karan, you can drop your question in the text box. If you're not, audible, please drop your question in your text box. It will be great. Thank you, Mr. Karan.
Okay. Okay, so I'm in the presentation mode. Just a second. Is there any questions? Mr. Anandraj and Preeti, if there is any question, please let me know. I'm not able to open my chat box from here.
Fine. I'll try to keep you posted.
Okay, thank you. So I'm moving to the next points. The key factors. Yes, you have strength, you have passion, you want to make money, at least for sustainability. That is the first stage. And you want to, you are dreaming big, and all those things are there. But what are the key factors? How you can achieve? You have a purpose, but how you can achieve? How you can execute the thing? The first thing is coming, the target segment. Like Anand is telling constantly about the Shark Tanks. The one question is common across the globe is, which segment are you targeting? Who are your customers? Business to business to direct to customers, which customer segments? Young customers, old aged customers, household customers, or how? Is it hotels? Where do you want to target? Then you have to find out the way to reach the target segments. Online platform. If you are targeting the farmers, no, you cannot use online platform. You have to go and sell. You are targeting the doctors, pharmaceuticals. You have to go and sell. You are targeting the local artisans. You have to go and sell. But you are targeting the global market. You can sit at home and target the global market by online itself. You are targeting the new yo-yo modern minds. Yes, they are more active in digital platform than that of a social platform. Next is the problem. What are you facing? Problem is always there in our lives. You have to find out the solution first. Then only you will be able to address the problem. Every day in the morning, you will get thousands of problems. But sometimes the solution is known. Sometimes you have to find out something. Approach towards the solution, approach towards the problem, approach towards your life, positive or negative. Oh my God, goodness, I cannot do it. Or, okay, let's do it. Let's give a try. And at the end of the day, what is the price? What is the cost of that? Okay. Any questions till now? Yes, Anand.
Yeah, ma'am. I have a question. You said about agri startups, whereas here in Tamil Nadu, a friend of mine, Preeti knows, his name is Mr. Shiva. We are planning to meet him soon. He is the founder of Manjapai. He is getting the acres and acres of land, doing his own agricultural thing and delivering to the customers through a kind of a Swiggy mode kind of a thing. And when we talk about Ola, Uber is an inspiration. When we talk about Zomato, Swiggy is an inspiration. It doesn't mean that we are not supposed to copy or do anything impactful. The point is like end result, execution and success, what remains constant. Whereas I'm going to tell these few startups, this Manjapai and Veg Root, they are from typical part of Tamil Nadu. They are into agriculture. As you said, now these youngsters are coming up with beautiful ideas, whereas mentorships and guidelines to be properly tracked and needed for them. While we are talking,
Exactly.
while we are talking with Mrs. Charul, she's from Dubai and she's an Indian. She's in Dubai right now, and she was talking about she's having a mobile application to drop the seed, and they are doing millions and millions of plants throughout entire world. Whereas that particular app will track you the height of the tree, the width of the tree, and you can monitor what kind of things are going there through a mobile application. That is for Maditi Green and Maditi people, something like that in between. So you technologists, you peoples as a mentor, technologists and startup guides, what we are looking is like what kind of areas you can guide us. Let's talk about agriculture, IT. According to my point, you have a vast knowledge about, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm following you for a while, so I can gather some information. Correct me if I'm wrong. According to my point of view, you want to IT, startups, women empowerment, and you have an arena. Other than that, building a proper IT-based ecosystem, as well as you are into the weight loss and nutrition kind of a thing, if I'm not wrong. So
Correct.
that's why
I am a digital transformation specialist. So yes, after when we were young, in our childhood, we didn't even think of having more than one phones in our hands. Phones means we had to ring and then we have to speak, and for 3 4 houses there will be one phone. That was my childhood. Nowadays it is completely in mobility. Each and every child is having their mobile phones, at least one mobile phone with in their hands, and they are connecting through the entire world. From that one, you can do anything and everything from there. Correct. Like you just mentioned that what is the growth of the plant, what can be the growth of the plant, that is something. There are various area of, when I started working on the startups, when I started my doctorate journey, when I started my started reading on all those things, so enrolling in a doctorate program and then starting the thesis, it is the next step. But I had to prepare myself. Okay, these are the things. When I was learning the artificial intelligence and all, then I found that in each and every aspects of our life, be it an agri, be it an education, be it a food, anything. Yes, food preparation, the cloud kitchen you can keep and you can bring it to your home within the help. That is the Swiggy and Zomato doing. They are just a third party vendor. They are keeping the hotels. Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting, because when you talk about cloud kitchen, that shows you are the right person to approach, because you have vast knowledge. A known person of me, he is a multimillionaire in Dubai. He started his lifestyle in cloud. He sold all his houses in entire part of the world. He's from German. His name is Saigen Yalchin. He's a celebrity actually. And what he's doing, right now he's in Dubai. What he's doing his lifestyle as a cloud. If he's going for Dubai, he'll be staying in a proper Jebel Marriott or whatever the hotel chain of restaurants may be. He'll be staying there. And if he's switching for Germany, he'll be staying in another thing. When you're talking about this cloud kitchen, it just came to my mind. I was very excited, so that's why I was interrupting you. Sorry for that.
No problem. Ideas come up, discussions go on like this, and we don't know, any of this young mind is catching some idea in our discussions itself, and they might come up to you that, yes, Mr. Anand, I wanted to talk to you. Yes, someone else has also raised his electronic hand. Yes, his or her, I don't know. Yeah, please.
Mr. Sai Tamilan. Mr. Sai Tamilan, is it okay for you to text?
Others, please be on mute. Yeah, thank you. Mr. Sai, could you please drop the message in the chat box? Or would you like to ask the question? And again, continuing our discussion, Anand, this is the entrepreneurship, the startups, the business. It is not only tech. Tech is a form of delivering the services. Whatever you are producing, you have to provide the services. Like just you told that your friend is in an agricultural startup. So he's delivering his services, he's delivering his product with the help of this tech platform itself. He has to take somehow down the line, he has to use the technology and all. He has to use the technologies and all. So be it hardcore manufacturing technologies or be it an IT technologies, anything. And entrepreneurs are not those who are unicorns. Entrepreneurs are not those who are business tycoons or business bosses. Entrepreneurs are also those who are just a next door neighbor to us. Yes, there is another hand raised, but I am not getting any questions. Please drop your questions in the chat box. I will take it during the Q&A session.
Please tell me this which class.
Sorry. Okay. So entrepreneurship is risky, mainly because so few of the so-called entrepreneurs know what they are doing. Yes, I am an entrepreneur, but what I am doing, what I am delivering, what are my services? Many of them don't know. And entrepreneurs might be our next door neighbors. They are actually, the small entrepreneurs are making the success stories. They are moving the rolling stones. They are the rolling stones. And it may be anything. Before 2014, there was a concept of photography. Okay, it is a photographer studio. And for any of your program, for any of your event, you have to call the photographer from the studio. But right now, the scenario had changed. And that is, I am presenting as a success story here. These two boys, Orithro and Rakesh, they started their entrepreneurial journey at the age of 21. They are cinematographers from a diverse background. You can think that they are from arts background or something. No, both of them have a strong, rock solid science background. They had done their 12th in science, and then they found their passion in photography, especially Orithro. He's a very creative person. He can draw with the help of this camera. Anand, you are following me, so you can understand that all my photographs had been photographed by this person itself.
Yes, exactly. Give me a
Yes.
minute. I just want the co-host and other persons not to accept any other participants in, whereas it is a recorded show. They can watch this on Zoom. It'll be easy. So please don't accept, put them in a waiting room. I just want the questions to be raised. If you are in an external position or any other place, just mute your audio and video. So it'll be, perfect. So I just want, we just got a great question from Surab Goyal.
Saurabh, go ahead.
Yeah. You want me to run
Okay.
through?
Yes, it is the question, what piece of advice would you give to college graduates who want to become entrepreneurs? First, find your differentiated goal. First, find your strength. As I was mentioning, Orithro was in BBA first year. He then found that, okay, I'm not interested in this one. Rather, I feel my passion in photography. So he started learning photography, left his BBA and went to the photography, went to a cinematography institute and started learning cinematography. And he started early. So while studying, you can train yourself. So first is your strength. What is your strength? You have to find out your strength. Then you have to find out that whether you are, again, passionate about, are you loving that one? Until and unless you are loving your job, what you are doing right now, you cannot earn money from them. You cannot be succeeded. If in the morning I wake up and I say, oh my goodness, I have to again work, I have to again write lots of codes, I have to again review this one. No, it is not possible. I am a public speaker, though it is honorary, but still. So if I think that, oh my goodness, I have to again speak today, no, it is not possible. First, our driving force is within ourselves. So that is what. Next is how you are executing. So for the execution, you need the knowledge. I myself had started my career at the age of 17. I first served as a governess. So I learned how to manage things, how to manage time. So start your career as early as possible. That is a key differentiator, Anand, what you mentioned in the first go, that why in US, UK, and Australia the startups are successful, not in India, because we are keeping our children in a cotton bed. Oh, no, you study now, don't need to earn money for that, don't run behind the money. No, it is not about earning, it is just a pocket money, but they are earning their experiences. Like in cinematography, it is mandatory that you have to do the intern from a proper business, proper production house. So this guy started working in SK Movies and in various small event management programs. And then he found his gig. By the time Orithro finished his studies, he, along with his two friends, another friend has left asterisk, but he, Rakesh, and there is another guy, they found Orithro used to be a co-photographer, co-cinematographer with SK Movies and Wedding Bells. There is a small event house called Wedding Bells, and he found that they are charging huge, but where is me? it is always SK movies or wedding bells. It's not me. It kicked. There is a Aman Mittal from boat industries. He always speaks about मुझे kick नहीं मिला. I am not getting the kick. So that is the kick. Okay, where is me? Where is my name? Where are we? We are just building others' brand. Where is our brand? Then the asterisk, you can see the logo also here, a typical logo, star and this one. So we are stars. And they were one of the very first wedding photographers who redefined the photographic industry in Eastern Zone, in Kolkata specifically. They were 21. They struggled a lot. First, Orithro and Rakesh used to go to all the weddings, all the functions, try to get some of their contacts, use their contacts. In the first season, they had done only 5 weddings. They had only covered 5 semi-weddings with the freelancers. But they maintained, okay, the asterisk logo will be used. These guys had started, they used to photograph, they used to edit, they used to present, they used to do everything. So again, coming to your question, Mr. Goel, that you have to be prepared to do everything when you are starting up your entrepreneurial journey. You will not have a team. You cannot have a team. You are your CFO, you are your CEO, you are your clerk, you are your editor, you are your office boy. Everything is you. You have to approach the client, you have to make the deal closed, you have to produce, you have to do everything at once. And at the end of the day, you have to keep in mind of scaling your business. What I found in those 2 guys. Yes. So first it was 2014, then 2015, they make their presence in digital media, and then slowly the things started rolling. They started with 3 photographers, then 5, then right now they are handling 40 photographers, and within a season of wedding, in this wedding session, only weddings, I am not talking about other events, only wedding, they have covered around 25 high-end weddings and 36 middle class wedding, I mean normal weddings. So, and in a day, they can support 10 weddings in a day. Whereas in the beginning of 2014, 2015, they were like, they were forced to take only one wedding planning, wedding photography, or one pre-wedding on a day. They are now having a presence in Pan-India. It didn't build in a day. When I met those people, they were in the it was 2019. Sorry, can everyone please be on mute? Yes, in 2019, 2020, they came to my house to photograph my daughter's birthday, to cover my daughter's birthday, completely drenched. It was raining heavily. It is an echo. Someone has unmuted themselves. Okay. Yes, I'm coming to your point, Mr. Goel. Just give me 2 minutes. So that is their hunger to become to approach someone, which is not only the weddings, which is not only the events, but some personal photography as well. So for each and every industry, I am from IT industry. I have served QMath as a QMath teacher partner as well. The only thing to scale your business is proper approach. What will be the proper
Ma'am, you're on mute. Yeah, fine.
Yeah, clear now.
Just give me a moment. I'm having a call.
Participants,
And Anand,
I'm
let's not
requesting
admit.
you. Yes, I'm requesting you, dear
Don't
all.
admit.
I'm not admitting, dear all. Please maintain the decorum. And I think there is a. I just got a message. There is a next session pushing up around 11:30. So we are going to host this for the next 10 minutes.
Okay, fine.
I want all the participants to maintain the decorum. Pradeep.
Okay.
Let me,
Sorry. Yes, Mr. Goel. So the thing is tips to for growing a company. So you have to find out again your target segment, approach them, close the deal, and serve them properly. So that is the only thing to grow the company. You have to think big and achieve bigger. And you have to strategize it. Okay. Your strength, right now they are in a model of CEO and COO. Arthur is more like a CEO. He is handling everything, all the executions, everything. And Rakesh is handling the operations part, the finance part, and those kinds of things. From them, I learned what is strength. Strength was the math. That is the driving force. I know I can do it. So let's do it. Passion was teaching. It teaches you what to do, how to scale. I am passionate. Just now, Mr. Goel asked that, Prajit, could you please keep yourself on mute if you are not having any questions? Thank you. Okay. In the same note, that about how to scale the companies. So that is what, again, a passion driven. Do you really want to scale? Okay, I am having something in my hand. Suppose I want to sell my mobile, Oppo. How you are selling? There is already a big competitor, Samsung, but it is passionate about its product, and it launches rigorously. Initially, Oppo's mobile was not used to get the good marketing, good advertisements. I'm not marketing was always strong, but the advertisement. So marketing team and sales team has to be visionary. 30% maximum. In the maximum cases, we can see that startups are not keeping proper funds for their marketing, for their approach. They are burning the entire fund in their production and services. Okay, whom are you serving? Where are your products going? You have to keep a certain fund for that approach also. If your product is good, if it is satisfying the clients, then you have to keep a lesser amount of you are utilizing the lesser amount of fund which you are keeping for the marketing. And if it is not that much approachable, then you have to keep a bigger amount. So it is generally 30 to 40% fund you have to keep for the marketing itself. Money making ability is directly proportional to the strength. You are making money on the basis of your strength, not on your weaknesses. So that is something. And purpose is always, you have to sustain, you have to drive your companies. We have seen during the COVID itself, lots of companies had been washed out. Why? Because they didn't have that pool, they didn't have that capacity to put it there. So always keep your capacity intact. Okay, anything can happen any day, anytime. I must have my capacity to run the company as is. I might not be able to scale, but I have to run. I have to give the salary to my. Yes, Anand? I'm quickly wrapping up.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, I just want your second session to be live, one-on-one. So because we have a lot of followers, they are jumping in here and there because the next session will be starting around 11:30. So it's hard for me to focus. because I personally have a lot of questions, because the energy you got into, I got a lot of lists. It took me my 2015. So I was, I don't know like how to handle the session, and I personally have a lot of questions, and the more we dig from you, it's really great. I was thought of talking to you about yellow pages, the short messaging systems from that. So we'll take a small break. Whereas,
Yeah, sure.
give me a minute, ma'am. So we'll be handling the second session, like we can go for episode kind of a thing. I'll just talk to you personally for your quick one-on-two interview. Myself and Preeti will be there with few
Sure.
questions. So we'll be continuing this particular session from there. Hardly it will take around 10 to 20 minutes.
Sure. No
We'll fix an
problem.
appointment, and thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you.
Thank you for
So
having
don't,
you as well.
thank you. My last words, don't feed your fear, feed your dreams. And always wisdom, execution, and humanity will make you feel Krishna, feel business. It is one of my mentor had told me. He's Sridhar. He was an ex-CEO of Bajaj Motors. So don't feed your fear, feed your dreams.
Thank you, ma'am. See you
Thank
soon. Have
you.
a great day. Thank you on
Thank
behalf of
you.
everyone. Thank you and
Thanks.
have a great day. Bye-bye. Namaste.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Anand, with the same link, we have another session, right?
With the
With
same
the
link,
same
but
link, we have
actually,
another session.
it is open for another session. It seems 11:30. They are having another session for the kids. It seems so. It's something like, so the kids are coming in and flowing in. So it's hard for us to
No, no, no.
handle. No,
It's our session or school,
no,
college's
it's not. It's
session.
not our session. Not our session. It's different.
Okay,
This is
fine,
from
fine,
Tamilnadu
fine.
Science. I'll be
So,
leaving
what is when we have another session today? What time?
1 p.m. 1 p.m.
1 p.m. Who is coming?
Yes, Mr. Syed.
Mr. Sayed. Fine. At 1, we are going to meet with the same link, right?
Yeah, same link. Yes.
This is going to be the same link, huh?
Yeah, this is going to be the same link. Yes. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Okay, fine. Yeah, bye.